You are now listening to the sounds of Milkcrates Microphones.
Joining us now, you've heard him here on the podcast before. We had him on, I think it was almost a year ago.
No,
maybe two?
About
2 years ago.
So it's been too long. This has been a well overdue, well overdone. Glad to get him back on. He is a producer from San Francisco, somebody from the Bay Area that's making music. He has projects out with Equipto and other very, very notable artists in that area, so you need to check him out. We're here with him again. It's the one and only Brycon.
Hell yeah.
Hello.
Hey, brother. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Gentlemen, I'm cool, man. I'm good, man. You know, Friday night in San Francisco.
Living that
having
city
another
life.
one over here.
How was your Christmas? Everything good or what?
No, it was good, bro. I did some cookie decorating. You know, I ate crazy. You know, Bernal Heights.
What?
Kicking it with
Bernal's
some-
still there?
What's that?
Bernal Heights is still there, the cannabis club?
Oh, nah, like just the neighborhood. That's a trip, you know that place though,
Man,
because
I go way back.
that
Man,
was a cool little spot. You know, like the little miniature lounge in there, and I love the funny ass cartoon labels on their bootleg ass weed. They would have the worst strain.
But it was cheap though.
Some knockoff ass strains to be like sour tweezle. What the fuck? That don't exist anywhere but in here. So.
Hey,
But I used to live right around the corner from there, so.
Brycon, are you born and raised San Francisco?
Nah, man, I'm from North Carolina, man.
Oh, you're North Carolina.
2005.
Wow. How long ago did you transfer over to San Francisco?
So this
Sorry, did you say 2005?
Yeah, I thought you were
sorry.
making me do the math.
No. Okay. So 2005.
This is like year 19 or whatever.
19.
So you know that's like it's the longest I lived anywhere.
Well, how has been? The difference in cultures and living situation, the areas. I mean, it's got to be way different.
It is, I think like I gravitated to familiar things, like once upon a time I had a lot of other North Carolina music homies out here and it's old school friends. So I kind of like duplicated or tried to recreate the environment I had in North Carolina here. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm still like adjusting to city life in some ways, like I'm from Charlotte. It's like supposed to be a city, but it's just a bunch of neighborhoods. And I lived in a pretty small town in between and here, so it's different, man. But it's also like it's a big city, but it's a small community. We kind of all know each other. So
does it seem like it's falling apart now that all the big fucking businesses and franchises are starting to leave due to all the bullshit that's going on? You shitting on the floor.
No, I don't
like,
think
how does that feel?
I don't think that's really enough. Like, I don't think that's important enough to the fabric of the city to really do any damage. Like, I think for whatever reason, the press has latched onto things like retail theft and big box stores closing. Like, that's a harbinger of doom. I mean, what's really awful is people can't, get a working wage and
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You can't raise a family here without making crazy sacrifices. Like, who gives a fuck if, like, they open a fucking Whole Foods in a spot they didn't need to put a fuking Whole Foods and it's suffering. It's like, because these businesses just rapidly overexpand because the money pours in. It's not because it's a good idea. So, man, any news about San Francisco that comes from the outside world, I'm deeply fucking skeptical.
Yeah.
Why they shit on us so bad. Why a tourist still coming here, It's fucking beautiful, man.
For sure, I agree.
Not fooling anybody who lives here with that shit. The retail theft stuff is all a lie, too. So we really have problems. Maybe writing about these bullshit problems is a way to get away from, like, the real issues.
Yeah, it's one of those things you have to see it in person. When you see it in person, you can kind of compartmentalize the whole situation and say, okay, obviously this is just it's a city, and city has their inner cities, and there's going to be some shit going on, but it's not as bad as they glorify it.
That's not true. The tourists see it that way because they get treated that way, because just like us, when we go out of town, you can spot a tourist. Somebody ain't from there. So they're going to take advantage, or you know what I'm saying, or none of that. That's why they get such a bad rap.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, I would definitely, like, trip out on, like, coming here without any context. I think it would be really crazy. But when you when you like learn about how our homeless population is fed by other cities, and the way we have so much money but no like system of governance for the unhoused community.
And I think that's what the big problem is. The big problem is what are you doing with the people that are here?
Yeah, I mean, we're not all this pressure on them to, like, create a reality out of nothing. Like, you can't leave your fucking bundle of shit behind to go look for a job because DPW will come and take it.
Yeah,
and fucking dump it. So it's like,
or even worse, like you were left with this. You were here, and now the things have gotten so extreme to where you can't even keep up with being able to keep relevant with what's going on. So now you're being pushed out.
Yeah, that's bananas, man. And like,
that's the problem.
I think, for better or for worse, we get, we're like a few years in the future from parts of the rest of the country. So
most definitely,
we get to experience like good and bad things before everyone else. Hopefully this creates an opportunity for like people in other communities to brace themselves for like the onslaught of
I believe that's true.
Brycon, we don't want you to solve the fucking San Francisco fucking homeless population problem right now. We're just bullshitting with you. But other than that, how the fuck's your night going?
Today has been real crazy, man. But
tell me about
I'm looking forward to like there's some weed. Hopefully there's some wine in this house somewhere, man.
You're a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, you can find.
I was gonna do some music tonight, but
between us boys, Brycon,
kind of like
while we're here,
shit happened today, and I was just like, we need to stop the world for today. So I think I'm just taking a little break.
What do you got? What are you listening to right now, Brycon? While you chill back, you throw on some wine, you plan on doing our podcast, plan on kicking it. I know it got a little more wild than wicked, but what do you have right now that you're like, I need to put this on? I've been listening to this lately, and I want to put somebody else on to maybe, get them to hear what you're listening to.
I've been listening to Donald Byrd, the trumpet player, and he's like, a jazz funk guy.
Yeah. I love jazz.
I've been like, just kind of going back through my record collection. So much stuff I bought when I was just like, young and touring a lot, and like, I don't have the like studied expertise of some of my fellow jazz enthusiasts. Hey, a lot of times just listening and like, it's not necessarily an analytical experience, but I really like, I'm, fueled by like music from the late 60s and 70s. And so
classics,
whether it's like soul or oldies or funk or jazz or just weird shit, it's just, everybody's got their fucking era. There's the stuff I grew up on, but like
the roots.
As I've grown as a musician and as a fan, I keep kind of reaching back to the same era.
Classic.
And, different styles of music, but all from era.
Jazz has me pinned to like a cold times. When I hear jazz, I associate that with it's cold, it's early, gets you moving. I mean, that's how I think of jazz. And you know what I mean? Like, pop a bottle of wine, kind of just chill out, marinate, kind of just take in the time. So jazz isn't, you know what I mean? Like, jazz is kind of like
very easy going.
Get you going, you know what I mean? Get you kind of, you know what I'm saying.
Dude, Brycon, your beats are very mellow, easygoing. Makes me want to chill and just vibe out, dude. We talked a little bit about it last time, but how long have you been making music for now?
Like seriously, almost 30 years. I started like touring when I was 17, but I was making music as a kid. Like started making beats when I was like 12. And I'm 45, so bro, 33 years, since I got like my first little 4-track and drum machine and shit. So it's a long time, man. My dad is a musician, and he would always, like buy, he'd buy shit and like sometimes not even bother to figure it out. So, I got the benefit of being around that,
So is your dad, is your father kind of who you attribute to kind of showing you music, kind of opening that door for you?
I think my dad just kind of placed the tools in front of me. He was like preoccupied, but my mom was really active in like helping me shape my taste and like playing me like music, like playing. She's from Detroit and would always like, tell me how like important it was that you know how to dance, and like telling me like she'd be like, oh, that like old doo-wop song is fucking bubblegum. That's garbage. But like this is the real shit. You know, she had like pride in her taste in music. So my mom was much more like actively involved. Mm-hmm. My dad though, when I, you know, decided I wanted to be a musician, my dad was supportive, you know.
It sounds like you got a cool ass dad. Sound like the fucking guy buys things and he's like, I'm gonna just leave it here. You figure it out. I like this. I think it's cool. The plan,
but
you
I
bring
took
it
advantage
in.
of
Now
his,
you figure it out.
I took advantage of his sort of absent-mindedness, and next thing you know, the drum machine and the 4-track and
cool.
the Radio Shack Moog are all in my room.
Hey, at least your fucking dad
I was
knew.
Making, pretty weird beats. You know, when I was pretty little, you know, I was like reading liner notes and looking at what people sampled and just like, all right, I'll just go buy that artist. You know, that's like cool. That method has definitely served me for a long time.
What made you want to produce over, I mean, rapping? I mean, I know you kind of rap a little bit, but way more a producer. What made you go that route?
You know, I think once upon a time, I was kind of like, I'm a rapper, DJ, producer. I wasn't leaning in one direction. Mm-hmm. But I sort of got to a point where I felt like I was sort of rapping the same song over and over and felt like I had like a ton of unique perspective to give. But I also think to a certain extent, I just like didn't have that maniacal drive that you have to have. You kind of have to have like a screw loose or like a missing chromosome to like tell everyone you meet
or a need.
When making a beat, do you ever feel like do you ever get super like, I'm gonna get crazily I'm gonna get in tune, I might take this tonight and try a new beat, or I'm gonna do some shrooms and try this beat, or I'm gonna do this and try this beat? Do you feel like that ever comes in play when making
it's
music?
an interesting idea, man. You know, I'm so like substances and me, we certainly interact, but I'm not very like, I don't like, you know, track my experience in that way. Where like, oh, I smoke this strain and I like, it makes me want to do this. I just kind of like, I'm just going about my business. And, you know, I mainly only really consume weed. So no, I don't think about it too much. It's like, if I'm making music, I'm probably smoking weed.
That's cool.
You know, the chemicals in the brain are probably enough to provide you with a completely different experience every time. And I feel like sometimes I feel like a totally different person on fucking Tuesday than I did Monday. So like,
true.
It is probably sort of a different experience, you know?
True. Yo, I want to jump into some of your projects, dude. Can't stay perched all the time. This pretty recent album you put out with Equipto, one of my favorite albums, man. Like,
hey, thank you, bro.
Yeah. Was it 3 years now coming up that you put that one out?
Right. I feel like 2021. Am I the authority on this subject?
No, I think I want to say 2021.
You know, it took us a couple years. Working on that, and yeah, man. You know, always an honor to work with Equipto. You know, and great friend, great dude, and of course, you know, just like what's the opposite of a gatekeeper, man? He's like the friendly fucking door guy. Like,
for sure, right? Like
showing so many people opportunities and inspiring so many people, and just being really like a great fan and supporter of art. So
yeah,
you know, my gratitude forever. You know, like I really appreciate the opportunities we've had to make music, and we're working on something, taking a lot of serious focus, and we had a writing session I don't know, last week, and I feel like, you know, we're making some great progress on this, so excited as always, you know.
What is the creative process or music making process? What does that look like between you and Equipto? Are you guys in the lab together? I mean, you guys are both in San Francisco. Do you guys link up in person and make music?
That'd be nice.
I'd say, yeah, for the most part, you know, until pretty recently, we lived like in the same neighborhood. I had a studio in Oakland, and then at times I've had the studio in, you know, like home studio style in Frisco. So I'd say with that album, there were joints that we like made. We, you know, started the beats together and like made them both on the spot. There's other things where he picked it out and like wrote a rhyme and even might have like gone to another studio to record it, you know? So like, there's definitely, and then there's things on the album that like don't, you know, we're like Equipto, you know, isn't like necessarily on the track, right? The intro with Monk and the Frisk Lens joint. So, you know, we have this cool community of musicians and artists around us. Even though that's like an Equipto and Brycon album, it has like aspects of our other projects.
Watershed.
Very much like the Watershed records, where it's like, you know, it's really trying to present a collective and kind of give you like a wide variety of songs. But you know, with this recent stuff, it's the two of us like in the lab. You know, we're writing together, which is like a huge honor for me just to get to contribute a little bit. And then, and these are like, this next thing is just like beats I presented to him and he was feeling. So, but yeah, you know, we have like a wide variety of ways we approach it. And the same is true for me. You know, I'm like, I don't have a very, like regimented approach, you know, like I just get inspired.
When you're making beats, or do you ever look at some shit and you're like, man, I didn't intend that beat to go that way, and the way that they're rapping,
you're
absolutely,
like, man.
And you're like, ah, shit,
honestly,
and then all of a sudden it just kind of takes life on some other trend of way, you know?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Like, I mean, like when you make a beat, you see it in your mind go a completely different way in sense of like sound, tune, and the way someone rap to it. And then when they grab it and they go a completely different way with it, how does that make you feel? Is that like kind of like something that blows your mind?
Yeah, definitely, bro. I mean, you compose something. Sometimes you can like literally hear an artist on it, right? And you know, it doesn't always wind up with the person you intended. And yeah, same might be true. You get into that artist and they like have a whole different plan, and that could mean anything. They're like, yeah, man, I'm gonna like just rap for 72 bars on this, or like, yeah, I did just a 16, and you're like, oh, I wanted this to be an epic. But I think, you know, you have to be like open to possibilities as a producer. Like, as much as I have a vision for things, a big part of the job is just like letting, you know, trying to like figure out that halfway point between the artist's vision and yours, or just like trusting their vision and finding ways to like offer complementary ideas, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yo, when you are looking for a sample, are you just straight up digging in the crates still and kind of, you know, hitting up the record stores throughout the city, or what's your process like now in 2024?
Absolutely doing that, man. I have record spots all over the Bay that I really fucking like. I'm also so inundated with records and samples I haven't flipped yet that I could probably not buy another record for like 6 months and not run out. Honestly, man, I need, you know, happy elves over here making beats, because while I'm over here like, you know, making a grilled cheese and tomato soup, you know,
you're a thug, dude.
Loops are just lingering, you know. I need more Brycons, more hours in the day. But yeah, I'm still really inspired by just digging and hearing a loop. You know, when I'm like not feeling the fucking spirit to make music, sometimes that's all it takes. Just put on a record, and as soon as there's a loop, it's like, well, shit, I better go chop this up before I forget, you know?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yo, I've been bumping Devastating Forces a lot lately, and it just puts me in that chill kind of vibe, especially, I don't know, when I'm just chilling out in the morning, afternoon time, and just relaxing around the house, man, drinking coffee.
Paint it to me. Tell me more.
Well, talk a little bit about that new project that you recently released. Do you call it a collaboration, or, you know, what do you call that?
That's like a split tape, basically.
Okay, split tape, yeah.
So, like, you know, it's Sugi and Brycon, but they're not beats we made in collaboration. They're kind of like, it's almost like a conversation where, like, you know, I had the idea, I sent him a batch of beats, he sent me some back, I listened to those, and I'm like, all right, well, here's what my part needs, and then he does the same. So it's really interesting, and like, you know, we did a previous tape, and you could tell there's like moments where he's kind of trying to do like a more Brycon sound, and I'm trying to do a little Sugi sound. So
yeah,
it's cool, man. It's just like, you know, just paying homage to like your homie instead of, you know, when Frank's out. So Sugi's a great dude, like really inspiring, but just artistic being to be around. Like when he came over from Japan in August.
Yeah.
You know, I got to watch him make beats, and we just vibe and kick it and enjoy some nature. And I just like, you know, it's a dude who really like has a good way of living, has a great spirit, and I feel so honored that, somebody so gifted will, like, has respect for my work and will share the stage with me and shit. Doing shows with him, I was like, really forced me to like push myself, because I felt like, he's playing nothing but heat, and like I really, really gotta like, mine every beat I ever made.
Makes you feel like just quitting sometimes.
No, it makes you want to keep up, and the competition kind of makes you better. It betters yourself, right?
I was pulling out. But honest to God, I was like, this dude is doing everything. I might just have to rap, look like I do something he can't do.
But
next thing you know, he started rapping. I was like, bro, I had no idea you rap. Like,
Jesus,
get a step ahead of this dude. So, shout out Sugi. I'm excited to tell y'all we're doing another record.
Nice.
This year, a little different, right? So we actually got to make some beats together, and then it's got some other like collaborative stuff, like Sugi with my homie DJ Yeller. Nice. They track together that's on there, and then I'll have like some collaborative tracks too. But yeah, it'll be much more of like a shared project, and you get to hear what it sounds like with us working together.
When you're making a track in a shared environment, is there ever a time where you're like, man, I don't like that shit, and you're trying to be cool with homie, and you got to work with that? Like, what do you do in that situation? You're like, I'm not liking what he's putting down, but I got to work with it. Like, how do you avoid that, or how do you even cope with that?
Keep the open communication.
Yeah, how do you? I know. I mean, you know what I'm saying. You don't want to hurt no one's feelings, though. At the same time.
No, that's a good point. I mean, sometimes I can be kind of insensitive about stuff. Sometimes things feel automatic. But, generally the people you work with, you want to give them the benefit of the doubt. And, like, you have the experience as a producer or musician where, like, sometimes ideas you don't really like at the beginning, you understand them later. So I also try to think in terms of when I'm making a beat or making a song, it's always going to be a work in progress. It's not even really finished when you put it out, because you're going to perform it. People are going to listen and have their takes. Who knows? Somebody might go AI your song and remix it, or like
a lot of irony.
Put Porky Pig's voice doing your lyrics. So like,
there's a lot of irony in there. Yeah.
Work in progress. So if you put like a cowbell on my track while we're making the beat, I know I don't like cowbell.
Right.
But I'm not going to jump down your throat at that moment. I'm going to be like, hey, I'm not sure that's like gonna make the final cut, but like let's leave it in. Let's see if it'll work in X part.
You're a good guy.
There's been I've very much had the experience of like trying to fight a certain thing in the studio. It didn't make sense to me. Giving up, and then later liking it. So I mean, I'm like anybody. I can get stubborn. A lot of like us engineers and producers and vocalists, like you have like demo-itis, you like record a version, like looking at your phone, and you said like icicle instead of icicle, but like that's the take you love. You go to try to re-record it.
It's raw.
You can never match it, and you just have to be unattached. Like
it's raw. It's real.
So I'm trying to figure that one out.
All I gotta say is
I'm still like salty about like songs from like 8 years ago where the mix isn't great. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not like salty for more than like a nanosecond.
Fuck that. We doing a track. I'm making you play with the cowbells. I'm making you get on the cowbells track. We're doing that motherfucker all the way. Now that I know you don't like it, we're cowbelling that motherfucker.
I am an accomplished cowbeller. So
rip that bad boy.
If you need non-Latin percussionists.
Hey, when you are naming a track, what's your track naming process?
Ooh.
I mean, because especially if you don't have an artist, rapping over the beats, what is the process like for naming that track?
Man, this is a tough one.
Sorry about that. We're pulling the ripcord on two guys right now, so sorry about that. Two fellas.
You're behind the scenes right now. You're hitting all the secrets. You're seeing all the secrets.
Yeah, no, I don't like admitting to this one, but basically, this is the general principle. Stupid joke,
rip that bad boy.
Loosely based on a verbal pun that is vaguely suggestive of the artist I sampled.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
Like Eddie Murphy, party all the time. It's called like Man, why'd I come up with such a complicated song? It's called like Sweaty Burpee Farty All the Time. That's a bad example, but you get it.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes I give us a beat like a really ridiculous name, and then the artist is like, "Yeah, bro, I wrote a song called Sweaty Burpee Farty All the Time."
That's a pretty,
man.
Yeah, I think Ice Spice just released "Fart" the other day or whatever. And
that's a pretty cool.
Oh, what?
That's a pretty cool little
Allegedly.
little binger you got there. What is that? Is that for dabs or just for? That's just for herbs. He's packing herbs in that. By the way.
Glass Chalice. Can I do an ad?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for
let's
it.
check it out.
Spit it out.
You're taking bungalows in that.
Chalice.
Let's see
My guy Benny Glass.
Pretty nice.
Asheville, North Carolina. Right.
Some
We got
sound.
4 parts, all glass on glass. This one's dirty.
It looks like a hard son of a bitch to
It's really,
clean.
really clean, and it's fantastic. It's like easy to clean. It's kind of like smoking weed out of a cannon.
Okay.
You know,
That's a great
That sounds-
analogy.
How about this? How about,
Sounds intense.
how about you
I
take
see,
us
like,
take
some
us
of
through the
these
whole
fake
thing?
hardcore rappers you guys love so much.
I don't
Take
like that.
one of these, lie on the couch in the fucking fetal position,
Show us.
fucking shitting their underpants free fucking drawers.
I want you to take me from stage 1 to stage done. I want to see you pack it. I want to see you rip it. I want to see the whole deal. I want you. Come on, we're here to see it. We're here together. Give me the deal.
Step ahead of you. Here's some cut up. Oh,
Cool. Perfect.
I'm sorry. My bad.
You're a good
So-
guy. Do your deal. You're a good guy.
How's the lighting? You guys need more
dark.
light?
Lighting
dark.
looks like shit, but we're gonna run with it and say it looks good because you're the
We're running
homie.
with it. We're
You're the
running with
homie, right? You're the homie.
Nah, it doesn't.
Let me-
It looks like
like-
shit. I mean, but it's okay. We're all family here. Turn the lights on. Whatever you got to do, we got this. There you go. Now we're in the studio.
I have like 700 lamps, like a
Oh, it looks
feeble
good.
LED
Actually,
person.
looks a lot better now.
You still can't see the herb, but
We don't-
cutting up the herb with the fister.
Chop
Perfect,
that up.
perfect.
We're
Nice.
gonna have a nice pinch here in the chalice.
Okay.
It's pinch using this claw-like motion.
Pretty cool.
Now I'm sort of a medium. You know, I used to be an extra large. Really funny people just like get the herb just sticking out of the top.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
wild.
yeah.
That's a little wicked for me.
The problem with that is you never finish the entire bowl.
Nope.
You get a lot of left
you
behind.
burn the ends at the nowhere.
You have to take it all in one hit. All in one
Well,
hit.
we're gonna expand on some more advanced techniques later, but and this is called the unassisted. It's really best to smoke chalice with a friend.
I feel like
But
we're
if
getting
you-
real wizardry.
If you have to, you can light your own. Now, you don't want to put your lips on this. That ain't roots or Rasta. So you hit it off your hand like a chillum. So you got to
Okay.
create a nice little vacuum.
Okay.
Right? There we go.
Okay. A
Here
little
he
bumble,
goes.
some
Here he goes.
bumble,
Here he
some
goes.
bumble.
Here he goes. Ripping it. Oh,
Oh yeah.
smooth.
It's pretty good herb.
Smoking.
Pretty smooth.
What's
pretty
your
smooth.
What's your go-to strain, Brycon? What are you, a sativa guy, an indica guy? What are you?
I like a heavy indica, but I just want it to be strong. I'm not like, you know.
Is it crazy to be a millionaire? I just wanted to ask a question. I mean, you're in San Francisco. You're smoking weed. You're enjoying yourself. You're living your life. I mean, how much is the spot, man? What, $3,000 a month? $4,000 a month? I mean, Jesus Christ, man, it's expensive out there. You're doing the big things. I love it.
Doing big things.
You're
I
doing
like
big
that.
fucking
Brycon
things.
is doing big things.
Brycon doing big
I don't know if
things.
we asked you previously, but where does the name Brycon come from? How did you acquire that name?
It's a dope name.
I used to have a different rap name.
Okay.
Was watching a movie with my homeboy Jump Skills,
Okay.
and something flashed on the screen. This was like around the time Bushwick Bill was calling himself like Righteous, Amadeus, Wolfgang,
Yeah.
Bushwick Hillary, and I was just so impressed with like him and like Cool Keith, and me and Jump Skills were like, we need longer rap names, you know. We had rap name envy.
Who are
Shame on us.
Who were you before Brycon?
What was my name back then? It was stupid, bro.
Come on, let us in. Give us in.
They called me Lucky, Horsey, Donkey, the
You're
Orthodox.
lying. You're lying.
Whoa,
There's no way that was your rap name.
It was, damn, this is bad.
True story.
Come on, give a true story behind you here. Come on.
Genetic robot process. That was my rap name.
If that's your real rap name, I would have stuck with that.
I like
That's
that.
pretty
That's
sick.
hard. That's
That's
hard.
that's hard, dude.
hard.
I like it. It was a little silly. So,
PRP.
but then I felt
Yep.
even sillier. So I'm watching this movie, and like this, you know, two phrases flash across the screen. And we're like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? And that's when I became Hypheso Brycon Gymnocorimbus.
Hypheso.
Right.
I like that.
And he became fucking Xanthozonus brachiogobius. It sounds like two dinosaurs.
That's insane. What is the fucking... What are you, National Geographic? What's going on here? Is it Nat Geo?
Yeah,
This is
totally.
insane.
This is the Nat Geo of Brycon.
This is insane, Brycon. Come on.
This is 1964.
Hey, no, this is 2084, you son of a bitch. What is going on right now?
Regardless
True
when
story,
this was,
true
right?
story.
Because this is, City of Lost Children, right? So we're watching City of Lost.
2084.
We'd already seen Delicatessen. And so for a long while, I was like, Hypheso Brycon Gymnocorimbus.
There you go.
And I'm ridiculous. So then I became H Brycon for a while, and then I dropped the H.
Okay.
And you, brother, hit me up, and he was like, "Did you know a Brycon is a fish?"
Oh, really? I mean, I
Pull
didn't
it
know
up.
that either.
Pull it up. Pull up
I
the
didn't know
fish,
that.
Sig. Pull up the fucking
What you
fish.
mean, pussy? You want to fight?
You're dead.
And it turned out, no, he didn't want to fight.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't
just,
want
like,
none of
maybe
that.
Yeah.
First person family on the internet or something.
It's
And
a,
it turned out it was a Latin name for a genus of fish.
Brycon.
yo, it's a fish, but it's a vicious fucking
Brycon.
fish.
It's official that it's a fish.
That's
That's-
horrible.
Since we have a great producer on the podcast, dude,
Look, guys,
and I want to hear your
He
take.
knows
Ahab.
it's a main nose.
I love Andre 3000.
And he loves it.
So let's just say that. And I also, I like electronic wind instrument when it's played by a trained flautist or a trained flutist.
Mm.
And I'm happy for him, but I have no interest in that music.
Yeah, it's definitely different, and I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. Some people like it, some people hate it. You know?
Yeah.
You know what? I get liking Andre so much that suddenly you want to listen to ambient music, but I just don't listen to ambient music.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
Outkast.
Yeah.
And does he need, I thought about this because someone invited me to go see him play. And I was like, absolutely, I want to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
But then part of me was like, well, we should just hang out. Let's not go hang out with like 17,000 Andre fans. Let's have lunch instead. But then I was also like, does he need my fandom?
He
No,
does. He needs it.
Hold on. Let me think about this.
He
You guys
needs
like
it.
Doctor or Cool Breeze?
Cool Breeze, yeah. I mean,
Cool Breeze is cool,
That's,
man.
I like Dungeon
Oh,
Family.
like, he gave Cool Breeze like $17.
$17.
$17?
Would-
Damn.
Much more valuable than any one of us going to see Andre's flute band.
Mm-hmm.
He'd probably get $17 as well, but he doesn't need it. And Cool Breeze and Witch Doctor
Mhm.
would probably be juiced. And they're like, here, cut me some slack when I say they're just as good, right?
Mhm.
They're not like as gifted, but they're just as good.
They might not come from the same college, but they're making the same quality.
Dungeon Family.
I think you actually said it backwards, but I take your point.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, though. They might, you might not come from,
And Singer, Witch Doctor is like absolutely unique and can't even be slightly replicated.
Mhm.
You could say the same thing about Andre. But guys, I love Outkast as much as it's life itself. So
Yeah, they're one of the best
Yeah.
groups of all time.
Yes, of course.
I'm
of course.
so happy that
Name a better
Andre won.
duo
But
besides
and
him.
it
Gangstar.
made the
come
people
on, come on.
liking jazz. Hmm?
I love jazz.
Any possible? I don't know. What do you guys think about the record? Who
I
cares
love
about-
it. Different.
I love it. I actually think it's great.
This man loves it. I've
I don't think
heard
it's
some
bad
of
at
it.
all.
Some of it's okay. The songs are extremely long, which is okay. You can have a long song,
The question is,
but it kind of loses me
what are
during
you,
the song.
What are you doing that intrigues you to have that music?
I'm like taking a shower. and I'm
okay,
putting that on.
if you have something that can get you in the mood to have that music, then you should have that
Shower with-
music. It'd be like saying like
I showered with
that
it one
music
day,
might not
yeah.
be made for you. That music might not be made for you, and I get it.
No,
I
it's
mean,
definitely
it's
not
like
made for
it's like
everybody.
some motherfuckers are using a certain type of shoe to walk a certain type of trail. You might not need that shoe on the daily.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And
I'm just gonna. Also, at the same time, in another universe, I love it. I bought it. I listen to it now. I'm listening to it right now, and I'm also,
in another dimension.
That I may Sousa a sousaphone.
What the hell? What's a sousaphone?
I might join a kazoo band.
There you go.
In another dimension, possible.
Pinnacle. I don't like this question anymore.
Do you believe in the multi-dimension theory?
Jesus Christ.
Are you a contributor?
You taking him there? You taking him there?
No, I'm just already a believer in the multi-dimensions.
I'm not an active believer, but I'm not cynical about it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what I believe in, guys.
Dude, how about this? Who you taking in the fucking Super Bowl?
I don't know what I believe in, guys.
Oh, good lord.
All
right, real quick, while we still have you here,
who's the halftime show?
Usher.
Yeah.
Usher is the halftime.
Is
show.
it really?
What do you think of
Oh,
Usher?
7 o'clock
like,
on the
talking
dot,
about Usher.
killing them.
I was at Brycon one time, and there was like a Usher sighting, and it went crazy.
Bro, I love
Yeah.
Usher. Usher's so sick.
We'll
bro.
see if there's
It was
any.
a cool feeling.
Usher's so sick,
Like,
bro. You're crazy.
It was
Usher's hella
like a
tight.
dinosaur was coming down the street.
We'll
Bro.
see if there's
There
any
was-
satanic
Running.
symbology mixed in.
Usher's hella
Usher's
tight.
Usher's definitely on the
Illuminati,
flight
bro.
log.
We'll see if he's joined
Usher's
Illuminati or not
definitely
during
on
the
the flight
halftime.
logs.
Hey, one guy I want to talk to.
Hey, get his finger out.
Hold
Get
on.
that finger.
No,
Get that finger.
oh.
Get that finger again.
One man
So
I
you
want to. Yeah, go ahead, Brett.
Is
Hit him.
hit him.
Usher able to generate the same power in ohms as a dinosaur running down the street? It seems like it's possible.
I mean,
He has the strength of a dinosaur.
Yeah, I mean, very much so. He is the T-Rex of the R&B genre.
Have you guys seen AWOL perform Usher Yeah featuring Lil Jon?
No.
Sorry, Lil.
No.
We gotta see it. Is it
You
awesome?
guys are AWOL fans, right?
Hell
yeah.
AWOL One
Are you talking about AWOL One?
or AWOL?
Yeah, he used to perform Usher Yeah.
Oh, that's
except-
hilarious. I would like
cover.
to see that, dude. I have not seen
We gotta
that.
play
That's
it. We
awesome.
gotta put it on.
Well, we'll have to check it out. It's probably on YouTube. Hey, one man.
I wouldn't doubt there's a YouTube performance of it. I mean, we're talking 2004 era, but that's the beginning.
Okay.
Time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It might be out there.
There's
Someone has
terrible
it.
footage of
It's-
me and Z-Man on tour with AWOL at that time, so there could very well be AWOL footage from the same show.
Someone has it on a flip phone somewhere. A Samsung phone has that footage somewhere.
Yup.
Hey, one man.
Still in the St. Louis County Jail where I left it.
One man I want to talk about right now, Brycon, and the movement I want to keep alive. Justice for Zumbi. I mean, I don't think this should die. I mean, this man was obviously wrongfully,
You know what it is?
The whole
wrongfully
situation.
killed.
It was wrongfully killed.
The
Yes.
thing was
He
handled.
deserves justice like everyone else, but I think
Don't say it. Don't say it.
people chose to respect what the family wanted, the way they wanted to approach it, and I think that's best you can do.
Well, I think
Fuck yeah.
Justice for Zumbi should still stay
People need to
alive.
know what happened, and we gotta always keep him held high and keep him close to us. But
For sure.
it's man, a really impossible thing for me to articulate, but just like
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, coming
It was a deep cut. A deep cut.
situation, and I was like really grateful to get to connect with him in a small way, but
coming from somebody who's double.
I don't have like the knowledge or the capacity to really speak on it with any insight.
No,
Yeah, no.
Other than just knowing that, like, cruel and terrible thing and like horribly unjust, but just
Yeah.
Coming from somebody like yourself, it means a lot for you to say that, and then especially because you're double vaxxed. You said, right?
oh, I am, and I don't have a comment on it,
But
but
if
I-
you, like I said, I mean,
I was
you're a good
just
guy.
curious because I did hear him talk about it, and I was like interested. You know what I mean?
Which is insane.
I'm interested in why people think what they think, but I didn't. One thing I was really, and I kind of regret in some ways being, you know, non-confrontational about this, but definitely like in the pandemic, I was exceedingly non-confrontational with people about shit, except for the people that I really know well and can trust. Because I was like, I don't want to say roasted, but my one friend didn't want to get it, and I gave him a ton of shit.
Yeah.
My other buddy, I couldn't really parse the conversation in the way I wanted to. But I was pretty like, you know, I don't know, man. You know, it's a fucked up scenario.
The whole thing is fucked up, bro.
Wild West at that point, right?
Choices in a lot of situations because life is fucked up. You know?
Brycon, going back to Zion I, a legendary duo that, I mean, we'll never, let's just face it, we'll never go on to make another track. Do you have a favorite Zion I album or favorite Zion I song?
Nah, man. I kind of like, I came around to them late. And I think really like, it's so interesting when you're converted to an artist by the live show. I mean, I can tell you, like, I saw him rock so many different crowds, and like the way people responded to the Bay made me feel pretty good inside.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
That. It's interesting, like, because he had mad styles, but he could really do like something in the moment, accessible. And I guess I don't mean like in a dumbed down way, but like he was very like visual. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of dancing and everything, dude.
No, I mean it as an experience. I mean like as far as the ideas in his rhymes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like not like you would say someone like Ghostface is really like giving you a lot of, you know, stuff, right? Stuff that actually pops into your
real multi-sound for sure.
When I rhyme, I kick it, like, you know what I mean? Like shit you don't have to fucking think about.
Yeah.
I just mean, I don't know, man. I guess maybe a lot of it is just like was pure
energy.
Was just like about the energy too, but no, it was crazy live. So I think that, I mean, that's probably that's the tune I latched onto, but I didn't really consume their music, man. You know? Early on,
live
I was
show,
like,
though.
that's like the drum and bass rap group. So, you know, hey, man, I've slept on doper shit than that. So, but I like a lot of artists that I didn't really get into till I experienced it live. You know,
Amp Live was a great producer.
I was kind of on a different page, hip hop wise. Like, what was I listening to in like their heyday? Probably fucking Joe Tex. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, I let you listen to hip hop, but you know, that's like,
dude, Amp Live, one of my favorite producers as well of all time, and a guy that came from Texas to the West Coast
and fits right in.
I mean,
it fits right in. You feel like you've been there the whole time.
I can't. I don't think it's Houston, but I don't know. I won't quote.
Zumbi's originally from Atlanta too.
Yeah,
Zumbi's from Atlanta.
Yeah, originally from Atlanta. And what fits right in perfectly. You would think
So
that
they
he was
brought
like
the
he
South
was here.
into the
Yeah,
Bay and
you
it
would think he was
mixed.
here the whole time, and it
The,
just
the
sounds
old
perfect.
the old track was an Amp Live comes from Texas.
It's kind of like an old trick that they do. I mean, your boys, fucking Bone Thugs, out here performing at the fucking Raiders show, pretending that they're not fans of Cleveland. You know, it's an old trick that they do. You wouldn't see it coming, but it's there. You know.
Yo, what's Gurp City? Is that your distribution brand or what's Gurp City?
Gurp City Digital is my distribution, but Gurp City is a crew that like predates me even coming to California. It started in Chico with some like rappers that are, I guess, from that area and that met with like met Eddie K and Z-Man and Luke Sick and the producer G-Peck, and they formed a crew and that consisted of like a bunch of smaller groups. But Gurp City is is a loosely affiliated crew that has a shit ton of members, and also has regional affiliations like Gurp City, Canada, which I think has like 2 members, and then Gurp City South, which has like another 20. But yeah, Z-Man, Eddie K, Luke Sick, these are like the most prominent.
Yeah.
Gurp City All-Stars or whatever you say. And then, a lot of people through the years have been affiliated, some, who make music and some who just like, you like hump your leg at a bar or whatever. But no, like, and then, and also Brandon B, good Lord. I mean, can't forget fucking Brandon B runs Gurp City Digital. It's a distribution company that all, shares the name. Brandon puts out music still, as part of motherfucker, what the fuck is that name of that group? Well, Trump Drank, and he puts out music as a solo artist, Brandon B. But then he has a new group too, and I'm unable to track the name. It's like
Brandon B.
I have something else in my head.
Yo, you had a project with Roneous. I do want to talk about that, and how did you guys connect and make that project? Because I really like that project. Is it called Mart Volume 1?
Yeah, The World According to Gurp. There you go.
Yeah. The World According to Gurp. Yeah.
Road to Gurp City.
Okay.
Dude, this is ridiculous, but
my man is still thinking about
it. Almost completely have no idea who introduced us. That is not
the Bay Area. The Bay introduced you.
But we made that record mostly in my crib. I feel like we recorded what is that, 2015, 2014? Woo! Maybe he sent me I don't know, man. It's really blurry, but I really love that record. And my boy Gus Cuddy introduced me to L's music when I was in North Carolina.
Wow.
And I was super excited to make that record. No, I love how it came out. Shout out Roneous.
Hell yeah, man.
I guess I met you guys the other night at the Roneous Site 4 AC Alone show, which was super fun. Yeah, it's a trippy record. And he did a lot of really cool like accompanying art. He did a lathe cut, and there was a tape, and then like a photo book. So he really fucking brought a ton of creative energy. I wish I had more stories for this record, but I have one. So this one will get told. So we went and played in San Jose sometime after the record had dropped. And like there was a little strip mall type of club, and there was like a pizza place a few doors down. So I went in there to get a slice or two, and they had like this decorative feature. They had candid photos of different customers that had like violated the customer pizzeria social code, right? So there was a picture of a guy like fishing money back out of the tip jar, and there was another guy like getting soda with what was clearly a water cup. And then there was a dude in one of those like a blossom hat, like the fisherman hat with the brim turned up.
Yeah.
The dude in a brim hat, like with a squeeze bottle of hot sauce cocked to the side, like a gangster in a fucking fucking in a movie. Like he had it cocked to the side, just hitting it like up to his lips. So they had all these photos prominently.
How did they get the guy to get that picture? How did they get him? He did it on purpose in front of the picture. Come on, no one's catching that pic. That was a setup pic.
It's like they had a security camera. And they like
truth getting away with the story.
Come on,
paused it on the right frame. It was incredible. That and powered by that experience, we put on one of the greatest shows humanity had ever seen.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. You are not just a producer. You do like one of the traditional things a producer does is DJing and on turntables and shit like that. Seen you doing live shows.
Yeah, I'm as a DJing is what like fed into my whole production style, and I still like pretty active. I play like funk and soul and 45s and bust a little wiki scratch.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Is that, and you find that very important to keep that kind of that tool sharpened and in the bag?
It's just fun, man. I do it for fun.
I ain't fucking around. You come do my birthday, July 31st, or what? Come out, can we kick
Oh
it?
man, I'm going
Spin
to
some
a weekend
records.
wedding on July 31st. I'm down, bro. You're getting married?
I ain't fucking with you, bro. Come down, come
Right.
spin some records, kick it with the homies. That'd be hella tight. Come throw it down for the B-Day, July 31st.
I
Let's get it.
believe in the sanctity of marriage, so I will be there, bro.
You're a
I
good
like
man.
it.
He's a good
I
man.
like it. Hey, as we wind down here, Brycon, who are some legendary, or not, doesn't have to be legendary, but just artists, people that you would want to collab with that you have not collabed with, people that you would want to make that opportunity happen? Like,
Yeah.
do you have any names in mind that you would want to create some projects with?
Man, that's a beautiful
They could
question,
be,
man.
it could be dream collabs,
That's a good
anything,
question.
anything.
Dream
I mean,
collabs.
it could
Do
be like
dream collabs.
Well, yeah, I mean, dreams come true
Fuck
as well.
that. Dream
you know?
collabs
Like,
only.
Any
Dream
colla-
collabs
yeah.
only.
Any collabs you want to make? You got
That
something
sounds
to-
really cool, man. I'm thinking about this. So, and the cool thing is I can say whatever I want.
Yeah,
Whatever,
say whatever you
jazz, whatever. Dream collabs,
No
baby.
wrong answers.
None.
I'm thinking about.
I like
I
it.
always want to have like a monkey DJ and like a parrot hype man.
Ooh.
Like a real monkey and a parrot? Like for real?
Or from the monkeys.
Yeah, because you could really do both.
Jesus Christ, what is Aladdin's gonna come
You
out?
could be a rapping pirate. There's
Jesus
a rapping
Christ.
pirate out there, Slick Rick.
There you go.
Jesus
My dream
Christ.
collab. Me, a bunch of animatronic pirates from
Disney.
Disney. What the fuck is it called? Help me out
Pirates
here.
of the Caribbean.
Disney, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Pirates
Chuck
of
E.
the Caribbean.
Cheese.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A bunch of those guys. DJ Monkey. Parrot
DJ
hype man.
Monkey.
So this is like a gorillas almost. It's like a gorillas
I get a
group.
backup singer.
This
I'm
sounds
thinking
crazy.
Dryzan.
Real dark and purple. I see nothing but dark and purple and a couple blue lights here and there. I see some shit, man.
Let me back up. I want animatronics Dryzan, not the real thing.
Jesus Christ.
Streisand?
Smart.
Did you say
Yeah.
Streisand?
Streisand.
An animatronic Streisand.
Tight skin.
I mean, that's up there with the animatronics.
I need
Splinter.
a co-host that's got a tough skin on stage, because with me and all the animatronic pirates, it's like it's a boys
You want
club.
Jason Priestley.
No.
Fucking rough skin.
I was thinking
Yeah.
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Who?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck
The
E.
rat. The rat. The
Chuck's
rat.
done.
The
Chuck's
rat
too
from
old.
Chuck E. Cheese.
For us,
Chuck's too old, man.
Stick a fork in that
Chuck's too
mouse.
old, man.
we could take that tour on the road with Chuck,
Hey.
like as an opener, and maybe like a sick DJ to kind of keep it moving through the night, and then we come out on wheels because they can't move.
Brycon.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this one.
Now that I got you here, and before you go, who's the kind of guy you would love to see your mother with in the end times? Is it a Tommy Lee Jones? Is it a fucking is it you gotta have an old guy that you would trust with your mother? Tommy Lee Jones, who we talking here?
I mean, mine's Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
That's mine.
You give me multiple choices, I'll answer this.
I'm giving you Robert De Niro, Tommy Lee Jones. Who did we just join? Who just
Sean
joined?
Connery.
Sean Connery. Somebody
so there's-
else
so
just
three. No,
joined.
those are
There was
three.
one more. There was one more that just joined the club who's a young man. Remember we were talking about him
No,
earlier?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves now. He's going to smooth
nice.
your mother.
So those are the four options.
to the okay, yeah.
He's gonna
Keanu
cook breakfast in
Reeves,
the morning.
He's cooking breakfast with the dick. His dick is a spoon.
All right, listen.
Whoa.
There doesn't have to be sex involved. They're dating.
None. No
feel
sexy.
like-
No
I don't know
sexy.
about all that, but this is tough, guys. I
Keanu
guess
Reeves.
it's Tommy Lee or Keanu.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Robbie D's mine, but
You're a sick
shout out to
bastard.
Keanu.
My
Keanu.
grandmother remarried a guy that looked like Sean Connery, so we're not
Good
gonna do that
guy.
to my mom.
Good guy.
I love me some Sean Connery.
Yeah, she did. Grandma did too. Grandma did too.
I don't think De Niro is gonna be happy because I heard that's
He
like
likes-
not his style.
Yeah, he likes
Oh,
the
that's
he
right.
likes the black women. He does.
So, I feel like that narrows my choices. I don't know a lot about either of these other guys' lives. I feel like Keanu Reeves kind of weird, but maybe occasionally
Keanu with your
surprisingly
mother.
human.
She's a nice lady.
Nice man.
Keanu, nice man.
But I feel like unless he has unless there's something the doctors haven't seen, he's probably going to stick around for a while. So
yeah.
He's gonna pigeon toe your mother into love.
Either of them, you're set for the rest of your life.
Forever.
All of them, you're set for the rest.
Hey, as long as you're watching Speed every Thursday, I'm there, man. We're watching Speed every Thursday. Maybe cap it off.
Is he like that? He watches his own movies every week.
He's tied up.
I'm worse. I'll take it.
Hey, bro.
Hell yeah. Well,
every Tuesday. Wait a minute. Point Break every Tuesday.
He's got one every day.
He's got a schedule, bro.
Airheads,
Bill and Ted. Sorry. Bill and Ted on a Monday and a Tuesday. You can run into the Wednesday and your Thursday.
He's got the Matrix
Point Break.
trilogy.
He's got Matrix for Sunday, Monday, Wednesday,
Wednesday,
Tuesday. He's a good guy.
Hey,
got my eyelids open. He's like doing DVD commentary in my ear.
He fucking hates the Oracle. Every time you talk about her, he fucking throws his fist down.
yo,
you're making me feel like I'm not familiar with the canon of his work, and I should watch his movies.
He has some good flicks.
With my mom.
Dude, Keanu's the man,
that
bro.
man deserves an Oscar if he hasn't gotten one already. Hey, Brycon, before we go, aside from music, if you had to give up music and completely say goodbye, what would you be doing? What would your career of choice be?
Oh God, were you guys hiring?
Yeah.
I'd probably be like a sassy farmer or something.
A sassy farmer. So like Pauly Shore in what's that movie called?
Son-in-law.
I.e. Pauly Shore.
Wait a minute.
Instead of sassy farmer,
You'd be a
that's where my
sassy
mind
farmer
goes.
and wearing like sexy clothes, or sassy farmer is an attitude? I don't know. Wait a minute, you wearing sexy clothes or you got an attitude? Well, what is going on
No, I
here?
got attitude. Yeah, no, I'm not like dressed crazy.
You got a
probably
pitchfork.
He's showing nipples is what he's doing.
You guys have a different definition of sass than I have, but no, I probably if you wear overalls, you're showing nipples.
oh, definitely.
Jesus Christ, Brycon.
Oh man.
Well, I
Comes with the soil, guy.
Hell yeah.
Soil.
I appreciate your you coming on and having fun with us this Friday. Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate your music and your entertainment. We look forward to hearing all the new stuff that you're working on, and hopefully we can have you back when you drop something new and we can do this again.
You're a good guy, man.
Go.
I appreciate you.
Got a song dropping Monday.
Nice.
Sweet. Yeah, why don't you
I waited until the end of this whole thing to say that.
plug all your shit
Plug
where
it.
we can find the music and the videos and everything.
We could send him your way.
Man, it's Brycon Music on all
Tell him.
social and anti-social media.
Pull it up,
and
Sid.
also my website, bryconmusic.com.
Hell yeah, we'll put that down
You
in the
heard it.
description.
And
You
we're
can
gonna-
go check that out.
We're gonna make sure they get to where you need to be.
Yeah, and
Monday, you know, I'm not going to say anything else, but got one dropping Monday.
You're a good
Very
fucking guy.
excited. And thus begins a comical amount of releases for 2024. So
Before you
Let's
go,
get-
we're looking forward to
Can't
2024.
I'm trying to hone it down to one question now and one question only. Back to the Future 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, that's tough.
No, it has to be one. I don't want to know why. 1, 2, or 3, and that determines what kind of guy you are.
It's the whole tower thing is 2, huh? The
Yep,
clock tower?
Yep, it is. So who are
Yeah.
you? Are you 1, 2, or 3?
No, that's it, 2.
2. Thank you.
Two?
Thank you.
You're good, man.
Good man.
Well,
Good man.
once again, thank you for joining us. We appreciate
Because the
you.
premise was so stretched in by the time
No,
we did 3.
we didn't ask for that. We didn't ask for that. But if you would have said 1, you would have been a motherfucker, and you would have said 2, you're a good guy. Number 3, you're an old school champion. So I feel where you're coming.
With it's like Western.
Yeah,
Western,
it's too westerny
You
for
like
me, but
you like tuberculosis. You like
Stupid.
tuberculosis and dying early.
Snake
It
bite.
is
You're a
like-
number 3
I swear
guy.
to God, like Christopher Lloyd's just massive gambling debts
Yeah,
forced this sequel.
He likes trains too much. That son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
He wrote that, didn't he?
He's a pervert.
I'm pretty sure he did. He
He's
was a
pervert.
producer at very least.
Yes. Thank you, Brycon. We
Well,
appreciate the
hell
fuck
yeah.
out of you.
Well,
You're a
and
good man.
let's not wait another 2 years
Thank you
before
guys.
we do this.
Hell yeah, I appreciate
yeah.
it too.
Brycon,
how's it going, bro?
come in person. We
Yeah.
would love to have you here
Here.
in person. You seem like a good guy to kick it with and have a smoke with. You should come in person.
Wait, where are you guys?
Lodi,
The moon?
Stockton.
California.
Stockton, Lodi. Yeah, hell yeah. We'll see you soon, Brycon. Once again, thank you for coming.
Peace, gents.
Good
Cheers.
man. Good
See you
man.
later.